We are at the moment building up a Hearts of Iron 4 1v1 league. For many years now, Hearts of Iron 4 is my main game, my favorite game, and I've always felt Hearts of Iron needs a real game. I did the International, I did 2 great games, and it became apparent that even though the big team games are fun, they're hard to organize. And I see the future in 1v1. Quick to organize, quick content, and I want to explore it. In my baby break, I've been thinking, a Hearts of Iron 4 1v1 existed. We had the International, there's mods for it. But I thought there's always so much potential. We are gonna build a Hearts of Iron 4 1v1 league. It's still in its baby shoes, we're still building it up. But first, I make this point, and then the second point, you're gonna love that. First point, each and every one of you, Twitch plebs, YouTube plebs, is very much allowed to text me in Discord and ask to get a spot in the Discord. We have been discussing the 1v1 league a lot in behind closed doors. And look, having a ranked league without the support of a developer means it's rather hard to make an elo system, right? Like, if you win, you get 9 elo, 11, it's too hard. So I had the following idea, and I want to share this with you, see what you think. By the way, did you know that Twitch Prime is for free? Crazy, right? Anyway, I'm trying to get 4K subs back. Hey, YouTube plebs, can you come to Twitch and sub? Thank you. What if we gather 40 competitive players and then we start a season? In a season, I'm gonna use something weird here. This is a blackjack chart. I just want to show something, okay? Don't worry about this. A season has 3 months, and look, you have 40 players and all their names are here. Dankus, Leonard, blah, blah, blah. 40 names. And you have 40 names again here. Within these 3 months, these players have to fight each other. And then you have a win over this guy, you have a lose over this guy, blah, 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 blah. That's the ranking system I've been thinking about and that I might want to try out. What's important is that by the end of a season, and here we go, here comes the motivation. By the end of the season, the rank 1 player gets a cash prize. I don't know, $500, $1,000, something like that. Thank you, Rinko. But then, to make it even spicier, when the season is over, Tommy, every time a season is over, listen to this, this is big. Every time a season is over, Tommy takes the top players, and with these top players that earned it, he builds a tournament. A 1v1 tournament, a great game, a battle royale. He takes these players, only these that made it to the top. A great motivation. Lots of money to be made there. The big question, and this is very big now, in my opinion, of this entire concept is what? It's having the right mod. I am tired, and this is not a personal diss against anyone, I'm tired of using external mods. I want my own mod. I want to work with my own guy. I will pay this guy, but all the rights are with me and him. We've been talking a lot about what kind of mod we need. And my personal approach, and I think some people in high places agree with this. And gentlemen, I want to officially show you my concept of a 1v1 mod that, in my opinion, if done right, will change the world of Hearts of Iron 4. You have a map, not that big, right? In the middle of the map, there's this. You have player 1 and player 2. The concept is the following. You have 2 players on a map. This map has tiles. Lots and lots of tiles. Okay, let me just do this real quick. Tiles of Hearts of Iron 4. Now, in my opinion, I want to keep this simple at the beginning. There's no macro. There's no sieves, no mills. Okay, there's lots of tiles. You get this concept, right? Tiles. The problem with the first 1v1 tournament is it was just infantry and tanks fighting. No air, there was no mountains, no forest, no navy. Look at this idea. You have a map, and in the north, you have a bunch of mountains. Below that, you have a bunch of trees. You have a forest. In the middle, you have a big city, urban. South of that, you have plains. And down here, you have a river that culminates into water, chat. It culminates into fucking water. On the map, each player has little victory points. There's a port, which is why I want to force them to use Navy. Now comes the big part. Listen to this. Every player starts with 500 PP. And the way this mod works, you don't have predetermined units. Not both players have the same infantry, have the same tanks. The player opens his event tab and gets units offered. You want a 20 width of shovels? 20 PP. You want 1 heavy tank division? 100 PP. You want 140 with marine? 70 PP. You fucking buy units predetermined 30 width. Everything has to be 30 width to make it fair. Everything 30 width, and they buy stuff. And that way they can build their own meta. In the north I'm gonna defend. I'm gonna make some Jaegers to attack my enemy in the forest. What if I make 2 destroyers, man, to try something here so I can victory point? Steel division style. You see these things here? These little things? These victory points do something. You know what they do? Imagine player 2 fucking manages to take player 1's mountain. You know what's gonna happen now? This player steals 20 PP income from player 1 and brings the 20 PP to himself. Now this guy makes 520 PP and this guy makes 480 PP income. Like they get, I don't know, they get 50 PP per minute. And if you take something, that PP rises. That's what I'm gonna look for. Comeback chance? Well, if you take something off someone, it's not gonna be too broken. You get a bunch of PP, not too much though. No economy though? So what? So what? You fucking tell me a solution with economy. It takes too long. It's gotta be quick. You guys, some of you guys never use their heads too much. Esports gotta be quick. Age of Empires, Warcraft 3, Starcraft. The games are at maybe maximum an hour. Quick. Content for the viewers, man. You can't have these big macro games. This is what I'm feeling, bro. What about Navy? I just explained. You can spawn in, for example, 2 destroyers. Then you spawn in Marine. You take the enemy's port and you take this victory point, which gives you 20 PP. Which is why you force the player to take air. This is all logistical hubs. There's railways everywhere. You gotta defend that shit. You can even build them. You can spawn in a railway gun if you want. There can be airports. You can spawn in 100 casts for 100 PP. The important thing about this concept is it is so open to change, to updates, and so much wiggle room. You can change so much. You can have a build-up phase if you want it. You can turn off the air if you think it's OP. You can balance it all the time. You can updates all the time. This concept is so open for change and new ideas, man. It's a good ground start. How do you stop snowboarding? How do you stop snowboarding in Warcraft 3 and Starcraft, man? Imagine this player takes the mountain tile and now has plus 20 PP. Then this guy is on a time zone. It's like when someone has a fast expansion in Starcraft 2 or Warcraft 3. This player has to make a move. This player has to be like, okay, let's invest really quick into water to take this 20 PP. Let's really quickly have a tank in the plains to get this 20 PP. It's a back and forth. And if this guy comes and you don't counter, then you deserve to lose. Wouldn't the river part be OP? Why? You have 1 river tile here, and you can get a maximum 25% Shoba bottom bonus if you spawn in a battleship. Which still gives enough defense to this guy. It's only 25%. And listen, if this player has a battleship here, and marines here, and you have 20 with here, he deserves to take your river. What about guns? You have to spawn them in with PP. The main issue of this concept is how do you balance it, right? What should cost how much PP, you know? That's the hard part. Want 90% of the action be in plains? Imagine you have a player that focuses everything here. A good player is going to send a mountain here. A good player is going to send a shock trooper here. A good player is going to invade you here. If you want to focus on the plains, have fun. This concept, in my opinion, triggers players to use their brain. The international one is not up to date anymore. The international one was a bunch of infantry and 24 tanks. This is deep. This is brain power. This is the first time Dex has to use his brain. This needs brain. Will supply be rebuilt in certain areas or supply irrelevant in this mod? Supply will obviously make sense to be used, right? You could give everyone 50 civs, but they can't build. So 50, they always have repairing going on, or 10 civs or something. How big will it be? Not too big. Not that crazy, you know? Maybe 3 mountain tiles, 3 desert, 3 forest, or maybe 5. How do you win? Well, step by step you beat a player, or you have a time limit of 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes we look who took the most. I believe that this is not going to be very stalematey, because you have so many counter opportunities in all these different biomes, you know? So that is the concept I wanted to announce. I am going to genuinely put money into my hands to get a modder to do this. I want to work with someone at the moment. It looks like I'm going to work with Leonard. I hope Leonard is ready to do this. Again, everyone, Twitch and YouTube, I hope Makuni puts this on YouTube, because I think it's important. You can text me, and I will get you into this league until we have, I guess, 40 players, or maybe 30 players, depends on how much people want to join. Maybe 30 players is better. And what's going to happen on stream, obviously, I'm a content creator. I want to make something out of this. I'm going to host games, right? You know, it's Friday evening, and Dankus and, I don't know, Nave, they have their big best of 3 1v1, right? So I'm like, hey guys, can we do it on my stream? And then we're going to host that, because I want to host. That's my hobby. I really enjoy hosting these esports games. Big fun, man. Let's fucking do it. It's going to take weeks before this shows fruits. I'm ready for it. Let's see what Leonard has to say to this. It's obviously very hard to balance this PP stuff. How much should an infantry cost? I really think that every tile should be 30 width, like 90 width, and every division is 30 width. So you don't have like 74 width, and everything has to be equal. The main goal of this mod is that everything's equal, right? Both players have the same chance. Both players have the same chance. There's no Germany versus Russia. The same fucking start. I'm just scared of a race stalemate. As I just said, we have to test it. No one knows. I think this is good against stalemates. Imagine this player is clever, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna save for 200 PP, spawn in green air and 2 mountaineers, and bam, I took your mountain, fucker. And then this guy's like, oh fuck, I'm being taken. Let me spawn in a heavy tank and take his plane. I think this concept is nice for no stalemates. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Will all behind be planes? No. A good mod, that's a very good ad, man. A good mod means that behind you have some mountains here, you have forests here. It's always diverse, like really diverse. You break through the plains, good for you, but now there's hills here. There's hills. Oh. I don't know if I'm just blinded by my own arrogance, but I think this concept is sick. If done well, if done right, if really balanced, this could be the greatest esports a Paradox game has ever seen. It will be esports ready, man.